I have come here to chew bubblegum and
play Prophe. Welcome to the game I call Prophe.
That is bad luck.
We'll take a look at prophets, apostles, preachers, teachers, leaders, storytellers, and any other influencers to see if we can tell what they are about to say.
I'm the messenger of God.
So, how to play Prophe? During the video, you'll get chances to choose what's said next. Give yourself 2 points when you're right. At the end, put in the comments what your total score was. Ready?
I don't understand the words you just said.
Okay, here comes round 1.
Come on, I was standing in Sam's Club a while back, and I was wanting to know how to do a calendar. I was trying to put together a calendar for my family, like a one-year calendar or whatever. And so I'd gone up, the guys, they were real busy, Sam's was busy, and there's a lady with the calendar there, and I said to her, ma'am, do you know how to do these calendars? She goes, I don't work here. And I said, but you did one. Could you tell me? She goes, this is my Make-A-Wish calendar. It's for Christmas. It was a little while before Christmas. I'm going to die before Christmas, and I'm leaving this. They took me on the Make-A-Wish Foundation, took me to Disney, I think it was, whatever it was, and these are the pictures. I'm leaving it behind for my kids. I said, ma'am, she looked sick too, by the way. I said, ma'am, do you want to die? And she goes, why? I said, because I can keep you from dying. And so we're in Sam's, and I said, could I pray with you? I laid hands on her, and she began to shake. The power of God hit. Now I'm smart enough to pray with my eyes open. The people in the counter are looking at me, and she's like this, and all of the spots, she had AIDS, by the way. She had AIDS, and all of the AIDS spots and all of the things are disappearing off her. A crowd's coming around. When I'm done, she says, who are you? I thought I was watching The Lone Ranger in Tonto. Remember, who was that masked man? Who are you? And God healed her like that.
Round 2.
She started having visitations to hell and to heaven. There was one place in hell you talk about that kind of really explains hell. It's called the Chamber of Despair.
Yeah.
Describe that to me.
This was a place that people who are tormented by demons in their minds are sent to. These demons already were tormenting these people on the earth, causing them, even some people, to commit suicide. Rather than turn to Jesus for help, they didn't. They denied Jesus, got mad at Jesus, and the enemy was able to bring them there. These people were tortured daily. While I was going to get to this place, walking down this tunnel, this avenue with Jesus, I could hear this loud clanging noise. And what it sounded like somebody with a sledgehammer banging on chains. Bang, 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 like that, all the time, constantly. And so I was wondering, what is this noise? So finally, we get to this chamber, and I see this big clock hanging over the top of the chamber. And this clock represented to the people that they were going to be there forever. And the demons would chant to the clock. Every time the clock would chime, they would chant. Forever, forever, you will be here. Forever you will be unloved, 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 forever unloved. Never, never will you ever feel loved. Never, never will you leave here. Things like that over and over and over, constantly. When one demon got tired of saying it, another one would pick up the chant. Continually, these people were tortured like that. And so Jesus and I stood there and watched this, and Jesus talked to me about it, explained to me what was going on, and then he backed away from this chamber. And as he backed away, the people that were in there recognized that Jesus was there, because there's no light in hell. It's all darkness. The only light that was there was coming off of Jesus. And so when they recognized that there was this light that was being drawn away from them, they knew Jesus was there. And they started yelling out to him, screaming to him to help them. He said, I can't help you now. And so I'm standing right beside Jesus, and he's got his arm around me. I'm close, and I could feel his broken heart for these people. His heart was so broken, and he had so much pain in his heart. He said, daughter, I am in more pain watching these people suffer like this needlessly. He said, needlessly.
Final round. 3 points if you're right. It's a bonus.
It's a bonus! The body snatcher.
Sunday morning, I woke up early, and the presence of the Lord was heavy upon me. And, I couldn't even move. It was like my body was cast in concrete. His presence was so heavy.
Wow.
And he spoke to me personally about a few things that we're walking through right now, and which is so dear whenever he comes in that way. But he also then came and he gave a deposit into my spirit. And words cannot tell you what that was like and what that was. But he put that in me, and then he took me into the spirit. And this is hard to share. I saw another dark season approaching, and there was another lockdown being prepared. And at this point, I knew it was an act of criminal warfare upon the nation. And I saw the WEF, the WHO, and I saw the documents.
Wow.
Being circulated throughout the nations, and a demand being put upon them for compliance to fulfill the evil agenda that they had in hand. And I saw at a distance a calendar, and I saw the American election on the calendar, and this move of lockdowns, basically another attempt to stop what God has in store. Now, I was taken into the spirit, in this deal, and then I seen that there were truckloads of deadly poison being delivered to airports to be sprayed, as well as to water treatment plants to put in the water. And now, all I can say is that this demonic plan is so disgusting. I wanted to throw up, but actually I still do. I was taken into an airport, and actually another airport, another, and they were basically empty. There have been restrictions that have been put upon, travel that made it very difficult for people. And the ones that were in the airports, they were all, masked up and that again. And then I was shown a TV screen, and it was the fake news, the false prophets showing fake and false information, releasing a spirit of fear one more time. So I was taken in the spirit, and here's where it kind of started to pivot for good. But I saw and I watched as tens and hundreds of thousands began to hit the streets in protest. They were standing up again, but this time they were much stronger than before, and they were much greater in number. So I saw those places that the enemy had used to divide. Now they weren't able to do quite as much of that, because the people weren't going to swallow this. hook, line, and sinker again. They weren't going to go there. And I watched as a grassroots people stood up and not only held their ground, but they were now mobilized in a new way. I saw governments, as we've known them, destroyed, stripped down, brought to their knees. And I saw deliverance from Babylon. Old systems and structures gone, torn down, and removed. Corrupt systems that we have known and that we have thought that we could redeem are being destroyed. People released from all the bondage that they'd been held by. I saw this convergence of the ecclesia, new governance forming and being released to rebuild with the Father. And the rebirth of the nations was coming. Now, the enemy had pushed too far, and it was all going to backfire upon them. And the Lord dropped this word on me, and he says this, Barry, tell my people that they are not to fear. Tell my people that they are not to comply with the enemy. I will protect them and watch over them as they stand for me and my kingdom, for life, truth, and justice. So tell my people that I will protect them from every deadly thing that is set up against them, though they're going to try and remove the straw and make things harder. I will provide for you in supernatural ways and exceed all of your ways as you walk in my kingdom ways. So, Barry, tell my people that the wealth transfer is at hand, for I am cleaning out the enemy's war chest and giving to my people, and all that the enemy has stolen shall be returned sevenfold. So, Barry, tell my people that they're going to witness a great harvest of souls.
Another episode of Prophe is in the books, so let's find out how you did. Did you end up getting the hang of it? If you scored from 0 to 2 points, it's really not that big of a deal. You're learning, and that's what counts.
Right? Wrong.
If you scored 3 to 5 points, that's good, but only our top performers get to stay at the Prophe parsonage. And if you manage to get that perfect score of 7 points, well, I suspect there could be some divine intervention going on here.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Thanks so much for stopping by to play. I really hope you enjoy the game. See you next time.
Game over, man. It's game over.